Welcome back, everybody, to the Anti-Stall Racing IMSA series. Round 1 of Season 11 today. A couple of changes we'll cover throughout the qualifying season. LMP2 back after a couple of seasons off, weaving down the back straight to try and get a little bit of tyre temperature. Cold tyres still an issue in the LMP2, but not to anywhere near the same degree as they are in the G field. Right, getting ready to go green for Season 11, Round 1. Watching it through the fence, not anymore. Down into turn 1 and holds the field. A couple of drivers pop out and goes just before the line. That will have been in the start zone, I believe. Race control will check it. But down into turn 1, Raymond leads well. Quinton Verdonk on the inside of Albert Preem. Is he going to pull it off? It looks like he will. And that's GT3 for some reason.
Preem was not getting into
it slightly
coming
side by
turn
side
2.
Still.
Oh. That's not going to end well.
And Quinton Verdonk, the race winner from last season, is off. Will drop to the back of the field from P3. Everyone else still moving at the front of the field.
You can just tell Quinton Verdonk pinching down as the LMP2s take the start.
Carlos makes a good jump. Side by side into turn 1 with Ruben and Shepherd. Shepherd on the outside in that that AO livery. The purple car. And there's some headlight flash and there's a rear end contact there. And it's round for Samuel Shepherd, who everybody else seems to get through it all right, actually. We've got more side-by-side action there. That's Sebastian trying to challenge Daniel Renek, but that's not going to play out. And he's now going to actually open himself up to an attack from his teammate, I think. But we're green in GT3 as well. Down into turn 1. Incidents under investigation already, as we would have expected.
A little argy-bargy between, I think that's Ross and Knuckle. Smolpy gets a good view of this. Going to try and get up the inside. 2 by 2 as they come in.
So hard to go side by side through this section as we saw in GTP, and there's already a bit of contact here. And is there going to be more on the exit? It looks like these guys have made it through all right, and everyone behind them as well. No, Daniel Morphy off in the wall. Seems to be able to carry on. We'll take a look at what happened when we go back to some replays shortly.
3 for 3 for in-class incidents in the first sector. Let's be fair, no, it's technically the second sector. I'll take it back, but still not great.
Under investigation, as you would expect. The GTP's starting to get into a little bit of a groove here after their first full racing lap. Quinton Verdonk has caught the back of the pack, it looks like, just about. They will be pushing on to try and move back up the order. Colimonti side by side here with, sorry, this is Nicoli Monti in Pro trying to get past some of the AM cars.
That's Palacio bump drafting there. Oh, hello! That's a rare penalty from race control.
Black flag.
Federico Sato, black flag jump start.
Jump start. Let's take a look. That is not the right car. This is the car we want to look at. Sato is there, the 35, the Asalif car, and yeah, I think he actually caught the back of the car in front. Mistakenly, new to the series, went on the green flag. Not when he should have gone.
The green flag was already out by then, but that is a very weird moment.
Right, let's take a look at what happened to Daniel Morphy on lap 1. We saw it live. We're going to take another look at it. Said they made it through the exit and then very much didn't. And it almost looks like Daniel Morphy comes in a little bit on the car that was on the inside.
Just got a twitch of oversteer, corrected it, but unfortunately that points the car to the right, and there's already a car there. Just a rough deal for Morphy, I think.
What happened to Quinton Verdonk in the battle for second place? 2 into 1 doesn't go a little bit. I think Quinton...
Not sure. I have a slight feeling that DLR car might have opened up the steering a little bit there. Just briefly based on that.
This is what happened to Samuel M. Shepherd.
He was on the blinkers before this. That does just look like a case of someone outbraking someone else in a straight line, which never ends well.
Izzy down the front stretch into turn 1. Davey on the blinkers, just letting him know he's coming. I think he's going to send it here to try and stay with the driver in front. Finds a gap down the inside. Racing instant for the instant on lap 1. ETP. Side by side, and he's going to try and get around the outside of the Porsche. It's going to be very brave, and there's not room for 2 drivers to go through there.
Vita's around and parked and missing bumper.
Going to take a look at that in a minute. This is the battle for P2 in GTP, and they're going to be side by side, I think, into the braking zone. Davey on the back is going to get a run. There was contact, was there, on the way into the braking zone. Can Davey keep it on the road? Because he was late on the brakes, and he gets through ahead of the Porsche driver to take P2 on the road. Now he's going to chase after Raymond Denita ahead. And it's down the inside into Sunset for 93. Now, can he keep enough speed through the exit? It looks like he might be able to here. Going to be close into turn 1, I think.
I think Ronek should have the overspeed here, but it's a question of can you get enough of it to make an overtake? Gonna try it. No, can't quite get it on the inside.
Side by side here, Schneider and one of the, well, 3 cars here now. Schneider, Heck, and Eck. Heck and Eck. This is not going to get confusing at all. Right, into Sunset, and there's a little bit of a squeeze there on the apex, and the Mustang is going to go round and into the wall. Big hit for Schneider on the front left. No meatball. No meatball give it down, but he's going to come into the pit lane for repairs.
You can't take that hit and go away unscathed. I'm sorry.
Take a look from the chopper following this battle. Pretty wide. This was always going to go wrong. And Schneider's going to try and find a gap down the inside. And does, but too much speed and loses the rear end. Nearly got away with it. So nearly got away with it.
If you can get that trail braking right, that is an excellent move to do, but unfortunately it's just a little bit too much out of the fronts.
Battling out here though, Kevin Versampo's going to try and find a gap down the inside of the Lamborghini, and he's going to find a gap down the inside of the Go Esports Lamborghini. Will he make it through on the exit in the DLR Mercedes? And he does. Side by side, they're bumping down the straight.
Because if they're side by side, Veska has the outside run here and should have the overspeed. They're going to be nose to nose coming into the corners because who's feeling braver on the brakes and who can get the line better.
Close
that's
on
a little
the
too early
entry.
turning from Veska.
Veska doesn't really need to fight this as well, remember. Veska leading Am at the moment, while Versampo is just trying to catch up with the pro drivers ahead, so a little bit of pride here.
No, if you're Veska, you want the pro behind you because that puts a car between you and the next car you're fighting, which can be very important, and Schneider is just out of the way entirely.
Schneider's had another moment. Turn 1.
Oh, Schneider, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen to you.
Oh, big hit into the wall.
Oh, you've got to be careful with those. I say this is someone who did. I say this is someone who did the exact same thing at Silverstone. You've got to be careful for those. Like if you're going that fast and you're trying to catch a slide, sometimes the cards will snap on you. I am partial to turn 1. I think that's a decent place you can get a decent line. Sunset is the classic place, of course.
But he's going to find a gap down Sunset, down the inside. Tighter corner is going to cost him exit speed, though. Gets ahead, Quinton Vidal, mega job.
Frederick has a chance, picks the inside, can't get alongside, might be brave on the brakes, chooses not to be. Vidal gets the move done. Fair play.
Well, this is going to help. This is going to help Stegemann here. He's going to open up the gap, and he's going to take it to sweep down the inside of his teammate. But they're still side by side, I think, and he's out on the grass now.
It's going to be close in through tower here. One car very much on the dirt there. Doesn't seem to slow them down too much. Here comes Glenn Grundlers, who has no way through.
He's going to try and go all the way around the outside and make it 3-5, but that's not going to work. He's still going at it.
Stegemann. Slide through. Switchback gets blocked. Beautiful move there by Stegemann. Finally, Gondolaris gets through.
And clears them both before they get to the end of the straight. That's crucial. Stegemann defends the inside.
Now takes the racing line back. Blocks off the move. Stegmann's got the position fairly solidly here.
The LMP2 can make this interesting here into turn 1. Oh, he's going to go down the inside! That's a big send from Suarez. Is there room for both of them on the exit? There is. They're still going to be side by side going into turn 3. He's got it. He's got the inside line. Can he slow it down enough on the apex to get back onto the racing line? He can. I think that's going to be move done for Suarez.
Can't get alongside through Le Mans. Has to stay behind here. And there's one shot for the win. Or for the third place, excuse me. The win goes to Raymond Denita, who's been very strong all race. No complaints there. But we go back into the field. Chateau holding on for dear life.
Down the inside. He's going to have a look at it.
Not an amazing camera angle, unfortunately. Assetto looks like he's managed to hold on just about. Slides back in front. Assetto will just about hold on into third place. Verdonk scores 0.0. I think that GT3 might have got slightly in the way.
Close
But that
racing.
was disastrously close for Verdonk. Van Eck trying to hold on, similar sort of situation. This time, Knuckle putting the pressure on, tries to get the inside. Just about
I'm
gets
not
it
sure
in
if there was contact there. There's definitely contact there.
There's definitely contact there.
Through Lamar down the back straight. I think Eck's going to have a good run here in the toe of the Aston Martin.
And I think with that shovel, bets are off as to what happens here. They're all both going to slide to the inside. Van Eck is going to just about hold it on the track. That is in bounds. Space is given. But you're very offline. Gonna look for the switch back, but no. Van Eck just gets the tap out of the way. Knuckle doesn't quite punt. And Van Eck takes the position back on the final lap of racing. Outstanding performance. Is Knuckle out of fuel?
He's either out of fuel or has accepted his fate. But I think he might be out of fuel. Carlos Bowser wins in LMP2. Vincent Ossoms wins in GT3 Pro, followed by Suarez and Ross, who couldn't get by in the end. Vesca will win in AM when he comes to the line. Caught up in a collision with a spinning pro car earlier on in the race. But he's going to bring the sole Lamborghini to the line to take the win in GT3 AM. 3 seconds ahead of Luca Picardi. Alright everybody, we've got a break week coming up next week, so that all of our drivers are free to spend all their time practicing for Petit Le Mans, and we'll see you next time.